Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Mount Olive High School, where Southern will take on West Essex as part of the Mount Olive Quads. John Kovach with Shane Dunn at mat side. 4 teams, 2 mats, 3 matches apiece, a lot of wrestling. We're ready to start our second one here. Southern taking on West Essex. Southern coming off a 50-18 victory over High Point to start the day. West Essex on the wrong end of a 51-23 match against the host Mount Olive.
Great bridge. Wow, that was great by Negro.
Nigro for West Essex.
Or sorry, Tran for West Essex. We had the wrong name on the board.
Sorry, Tran.
Nigro will be coming up later in the matches, maybe at 106.
And for Southern, Mason. Mason with the 7-0 lead already.
I love that mask. It's just a little bit of intimidation. I would never want to face someone with a mask like
now,
that.
it's there for protection, but there is an intimidation factor to that.
100%. Another great bridge by Tran. The neck strength is insane on him.
Yeah, you just don't want to have to bridge twice in the first minute of a match. And he is in danger, is Tran. And the pin comes 105 into the first period. Mason gives Southern a 6-0 lead. Today's broadcast presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. Local sponsors are Iron Horse Wrestling, SSD Glass, Frank's Pizza of Wantage, Airport Diner, Estabilt Wrestling Club, 19th Hole, Ginza Sushi, Pro Automotive, and Market Tavern as we get things going at 120 pounds.
And a quick single leg there by Southern's 120-pounder.
Now in the early match at 120, it was Zimmerman who scored a fall 107 into the third period.
This will be McVeigh for Southern versus Farah of West Essex. So Southern thrown out 2 different wrestlers so far than they did in the first meet.
Which is nice to have. It's nice to be able to do that because this is a lot of wrestling, as you figured out.
42 matches.
You've got 42 individual matches for each team.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of wrestling. McVeigh of Southern. Southern is in the black with the gold trim. West Essex is in the black with the red trim. The main way you're going to be able to tell Southern is that broad gold stripe. And McVeigh concedes an escape and a point.
What a sprawl there from McVeigh. That was absolutely textbook on that shot attempt from Farah.
(9-3) the score in favor of McVeigh of Southern. Stalemate stoppage, 43 seconds left in the first period here at 120 pounds.
McVeigh has set an incredible pace thus far in this first period. Another potential takedown here, and that's another 3 points. 12-3 McVeigh leads.
You got to start thinking tech fall.
Only 6 points away from that.
It's just having seen Southern now against High Point and now early on against, we've got a caution as we set up in referee's position. The way they come forward and keep the feet moving, just this relentless attack. When they decide it's time to go, they're going to go after you, and they're not stopping.
No, and you can tell everyone is bought into this program. It's what you need as a program to be successful, and Southern's got it.
10 seconds to go in the first period here at 120 pounds, West Essex against Southern. From Mount Olive High School, John Kovach, Shane Dunn with you on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. And there's the end of the first period, 12-3, the advantage in favor of McVeigh of Southern. Again, Southern opened the day with a 50-18 victory over High Point. West Essex fell to Mount Olive, 51-23. Mount Olive is facing High Point right now, and then the third match on that mat will be Mount Olive and Southern. Our third match will be West Essex and High Point. Another 3-point takedown there for McVeigh, 15-3 now, and he's a takedown away from a tech fall.
(15-4) as we start neutral here. McVeigh needs 2 more takedowns with the current situation he's in by letting him up.
You know, Farah can make a lot go away if he could have swung his hips there, but he swung too far. McVeigh manipulated him, and now it's McVeigh in control. No points yet. Almost a reversal there for Farah. Farah on top. He trails 15-4, coming up on a minute to go in the second period. Now he's hanging off the back, and now he might end up exposed. Three points there to McVeigh. Increases his lead to 18-4. 1 more point, it's a tech. .35 seconds to go in the second period at 120 pounds. Again, Southern is in the black with the gold band down the side. West Essex in the black with red. We've got the back exposed now for Farah of West Essex. 2 back points and a 20-4 tech fall with 20 seconds left in the second period. And 11-0 the lead for Southern. And this is exactly, well, almost exactly how the High Point match started.
Follow us on social media. Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On X, GardenStateHSW. And on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site.
126 pounds on the mat. Again, with so many people here, so many scorekeepers, it's causing a little bit of a lag sometimes in getting the names because they're actually having to check in behind us. Instead of having the teams on opposite sides, you've kind of got an L-shaped alignment to our side where right now West Essex is up the end of the mat, and then next to us is Southern. That's where they were against High Point.
This is Zimmerman for Southern and Bastante for West Essex. We saw Zimmerman earlier in the day.
Zimmerman with the pin at 120 in the last match. With 53 seconds left in the contest. No score here.
Great single here from Bastante. Drags him back into the mat. Love that one.
And 3 points there for Bastante on the takedown. Zimmerman trying to hold on here. Bastante trying to turn him as we come up on 30 seconds to go in the first period.
And they go off the mat. 28 seconds now to go in the first, and they'll be back in the center. Bastante so far catching Zimmerman off guard. Maybe a tougher matchup than he was expecting at 126.
Bastante still in control for West Essex. On the back now, trying to turn. Coming up on 10 seconds to go in the first period. 11-0 the team score right now in favor of Southern. Big turn there by Bastante. He has Zimmerman exposed. Time runs out. 4 back points for Bastante. And a 7-0 lead after 1 period.
See if Bastante can keep growing this lead going into the second period. He will start on bottom. Zimmerman on top for Southern.
Bastante tries to get to his feet right off of the whistle, and Zimmerman's trying to get a grip high and low, trying to turn him, but concedes the escape. Really nothing he could do from where he was. If he couldn't pick him up clean on the first attempt there, he kind of had himself handcuffed.
And Bastante close to being in a position where he just has to coast the end of this. I mean, a takedown and back points away from a tech. If this gets out of hand, that's how he did it in the first half of this matchup.
Close to the side, Bastante tries to pull Zimmerman back in.
That same move again with the single leg, dragging him back in. I love that. You don't see that all the time.
No, you don't. And another 3 for Bastante.
And it works again both times. That's 6 points off that little toe drag back in bounds.
11-0 he leads Zimmerman now with 45 seconds to go in the second period at 126 pounds. Trying to get West Essex on the board. They trail 11-0. There's the stoppage for out of bounds with exactly 40 seconds to go in this second period. Coming to you live on GardenStateHSWrestling.com from Mount Olive High School. Bastante of West Essex on top and has control. He's got wrist control. He has the arm pinned of Zimmerman of Southern. Southern with the gold band down the side of their singlet. West Essex black with red trim. "15 seconds to go in this second period. 11-0 Bastante in the lead. He's on top now. I don't think he's going to have time to finish anything here. He does not, and after 2, Bastante with an 11-0 lead for West Essex.
West Essex would be right back in this thing with a pin here, and this would be a big win for them at 126 over Zimmerman.
Really would. This is a West Essex team coming off just moments ago a 51-23 loss to Mount Olive here on Corey Road in Flanders, New Jersey.
You know, people doubt that momentum change like a pep talk can give you and that locker room talk can give you. Like, after such a deflating loss, I assume West Essex wants to stay competitive in this quad with their last 2 matches up. Just a bad start. I mean, this would be huge if they could do something against Southern here.
Get some points, you know, you've got a solid Southern team. I mean, this team is a machine. 6 college commits, back-to-back the best public school wrestling team in the state of New Jersey. This is a good team. The main event is going to be Mount Olive versus Southern in the 3rd match on the other mat. Don Brower will bring you that on our other stream. But if you can beat Southern today, that's big. And 2 teams have done it. Pensauken's done it. PCTI's done it. Now trying to turn things around, down 11-0, is Zimmerman from Southern. He's got 35 seconds to do something. His coach yelling him right hand over. I would agree with the coach. He's got to drive it toward where we're sitting, which is toward the camera. If Zimmerman, and we've got a stoppage there on a potentially dangerous hold. And shaken up a little bit is Bastante, who has an 11-2 lead now.
We'll see if Zimmerman, with these last 17 seconds, can take advantage of this. 15 now to go.
He almost would have been better off, I wonder. Start neutral, try to get the takedown, and see if he can get the pin from there. I think it's going to be easier for him to get a pin from takedown than on the back out of referee's position. There's the end of regulation, and an 11-2 win for Bastante of West Essex cuts the Southern lead to 11-3.
Follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site.
Correction, that's 11-4. That was a major decision, my mistake there. Local sponsors today, we'd like to thank Iron Horse Wrestling, SSD Glass, Frank's Pizza in Wantage, Airport Diner, Estabilt Wrestling Club, 19th Hole, Ginza Sushi, Pro Automotive, and a Market Tavern for providing financial support this season to allow GardenStateHSWrestling.com's broadcast of today's match. Early action here at 132. And a quick 3 points for Beiskowitz of Southern. He leads.
Bastante of West Essex. Another Bastante here.
Bastante on the board with an escape, 3-1.
The size difference from 126 to 132 is like two different leagues.
It's weird that it really is.
These guys are like a foot taller than the last two guys that went, I feel like. It's just, you can see those 6 pounds start to add up the heavier you get.
Yeah. Another 3 there for Bastante.
Reversed there by Beiskowitz.
5-4, Beiskowitz with the lead. Coming up on 30 seconds left. Up 5-5 now after the escape. 30 seconds to go in this first period. A lot of action early on here on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Shooting the half is Bastante. He's got the leg. He's not relinquishing. Driving through. Trying to pull. Gets 3. Takes an 8-5 lead with 10 seconds left in the first period. Two, 1, 8-5 to lead for Bastante of West Essex. After one period, 132 pounds, 11-4 Southern with the lead in the team score.
That was an epic pace set by both gentlemen in that first period. 13 combined points. Nice mat return.
Starting from top, lets him come up and then takes him right down to the mat.
And those just hurt after a while. That is a tough move to take over and over again. The second or third mat return of Beiskowitz's day so far. And again, another wrestler for Southern that we didn't see before, so another fresh wrestler for Southern. And so far it's worked 11-4.
If you're deep, do it. Because again, I really think Mount Olive is Mount Olive Southern's the main event today. And no offense to High Point, because High Point Mount Olive is an epic match. Mount Olive with an early 10-5 lead in that match that's coming to you on an alternate stream on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Here we have Southern and West Essex, and a stalemate, and they'll stand up with 48 seconds left in the second period. Bastante of West Essex with a 9-5 lead over Beiskowitz of Southern. Beiskowitz trying to wrench Bastante over now. He's got his head trapped with his right leg. Stalemate called. I don't know how they were doing anything out of that
odd
pretzel
figuration,
they were
yeah.
in. Contortionist was the word I was thinking of.
There you go.
I couldn't come up with it. 20 seconds to go. Big sprawl by Beiskowitz. Trying to turn it into a takedown by grabbing the leg. He's unable to get it. Now it's Bastante with the shoot. He's got the leg. 8 seconds to go. Has the leg. Trying to get the takedown late. Driving toward 2-1. No points out of that exchange. 9-5. Bastante with the lead over Beiskowitz for West Essex as we go to the third period at 132 pounds. John Kovach with Shane Dunn. Zach Komar, our tech director. Tyler Cooper on camera. Coming to you from Mount Olive High School on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. The Mount Olive Quads. We're bringing you the Southern versus West Essex portion. Wrenching Beiskowitz over is Bastante, but he's unable to finish it. Does get 2 back points real quick and gets his lead up to 11-5. On back, in control with an 11-5 lead is Bastante of West Essex. 11-4 the team score in favor of Southern early in this match. Bit of a struggle on the ground now as we come up to a minute remaining at 132 pounds. I should say in regulation, we have had one overtime match.
Beiskowitz doing everything he can to stay off his back, and it's working.
Taking a lot of strength out of him, though. This is all brute force moves. There's no finesse going on right now on the ground as they try to force each other over. 30 seconds to go in regulation. Bastante in control, 11-5, and on the mat right now. He's on back and has been trying to turn. Stall warning now against Beiskowitz of Southern. Coming up on 10 seconds to go in regulation. Driving forward is Bastante. Now trying to turn the shoulders, but time expires. And 11-5, the final.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, X, GardenStateHSW, and Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. Don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Learn more, you ask? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Electric start here at 138. What a pace set by Southern's 138-pounder.
Yeah, he's coming. It's just overwhelming hand fighting and keeping the feet moving. Swings around the back, gets the three-point takedown.
This is Panchana for West Essex. Taking out Manera for Southern. We have seen Manera today. Manera almost with a bully type of offense, the way he walks down everyone we've seen so far. It's just a constant forward attack.
Manera with the pin against High Point late in the match. And a 5-0 lead here.
.56 seconds to go in this first period. Definite back points here for Manera.
And Manera, Bryce Manera, who you're seeing now for Southern in the black with the gold, one of 6 major college commitments from this wrestling team. He and Anthony Mason, who we saw in the opening match, will both be wrestling at Bucknell.
Future teammates of commentator now on mat 1, Sean Walker with Donald Brower. That's Mount Olive versus High Point. You can find that on our YouTube channel as well. Manera with a nasty takedown there. I mean,
kind of grabs the leg and corkscrews down. He just comes at you and doesn't stop.
I think bully is the perfect word for it in the most complimentary of ways.
Yeah,
I mean, it works.
Not in a negative way. He just overwhelms you. He just comes out and he keeps coming at you. It's hand fighting to keep you occupied, and then he's so quick. He shoots, he grabs the leg, and like there, he just corkscrewed that leg down into a takedown. Now he's back to his feet. He's going to get an escape out of this quick.
And Manera has a...
No, he's going to get a reversal, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, why take one when you can take 2? 14-1 now. He's 2 points from a tech.
And Manera has a style, and there it is again, the pushing the out of bounds. I remember that from the first match. It worked very well for him.
Well, and it creates the distance he needs.
Absolutely. I think Manera's style will translate very well to college.
I want to see this guy. And there's 3 for the takedown, and that's the tech. That's a tech fall. Just realizing it now. About 30 seconds into the period. (16-7) opens up a 9-point lead for Southern. Quick work.
The Harrington Companies, Harrington Recycling Company, Inc., Demolition and Recycling, Harrington and Sons, and Hoffman Supply Home and Garden Center. And 100% couldn't agree more. Quick work in the last one by Manera, and that was quite the performance by him. That's a pin and attack on the day for him.
Really. And it just comes out and overwhelms whoever's on the other side of the mat. We're at 144 pounds now. Again, we're getting the check-ins kind of behind us and to our right, not right next to us. And we're kind of having to chase the names a little bit.
This is Klausy from West Essex. Taking on Sorry from Southern. Great single there from Klausy. They go off the mat, 3-0 lead.
Klausy with 3 on that takedown.
That was very unique. I want to see if more... I haven't seen many West Essex wrestlers so far in a top position, but do you notice the hands behind the back as he waited for the ref to signal for everything?
Yes, I did.
Huh. Interesting. Klausy back up.
1 point for Sorry for the neutral. 3-2 now. And a 3-point takedown now for Sorry, and he's all of a sudden crept back into a 5-3 lead.
Now going for that right wrist, see if he can get it. You know,
you hear a lot of time from wrestle your match. It's almost like Southern doesn't want to give you time to wrestle your match. They want to come out and get on top of you, keep your hands busy, keep their legs moving, drive you back, and not give you the opportunity to ever establish your match to wrestle.
And that's an offense that wins state championships.
Big mat return there by Sari of Southern, who leads 5-3 as we reach the end of the first period here at 144 pounds. And it stays 5-3 as we move on to the second. Sari of Southern in the black with gold on bottom. Klause of West Essex in the black with red. He's on top and trying to make something happen. Trying to get control of the shoulders and the upper body is Klause. As Sari crawls toward the boundary, trying to get it based, gets wrenched over by Klause. And they're out of bounds.
Sorry, on bottom for Southern, Klause on top. Right up for Sari, see if he can get the point here. Or if Klause got the mat return. Not quite, but just enough to trip him over. But Sari still ends up getting that point in the end. A 6-3 lead now after being down 3-0 early.
Sari has the left leg of Klause, trying to wrench him down. Trying to get free desperately as Klause. Sari just kind of pushes him back by the chest, dragging him back toward the center of the mat by the leg. 50 seconds to go in this second period at 144 pounds. Finally gets him to the mat. Doesn't have enough control to get the point yet. Now grabbing the second leg, and there's the three-point takedown for Sari as he gets the second leg.
Textbook trip there as well. That was executed beautifully by Sari.
9-3 as they work their way out. Now it'll be Klause on bottom. Sari on top for Southern. Coming up on 10 seconds to go in the second period at 144 pounds.
A 9-3 lead for Sari over Klause. A little bit of a comeback effort for Sari. It worked out very positively for him so far. They start neutral for the third period. Klause is right back in this now. 6-9 deficit in this third period.
Concedes the escape, but he needs to in order to get another three-point takedown. That's where that three-point takedown makes a difference. If he can get another one, he can tighten it. But the two-point difference between, almost had the cradle, lets it go, focusing on the leg. They're right on the boundary now. Klause driving forward, swings his hips back in bounds. 3 points there for Klause, and it's 10-9, and we get the stoppage for out of bounds. 10-9 in favor of Sari. They'll start neutral with 1:06 to go in the third period, 144 pounds. Sari from Southern in the black with gold, Klause from West Essex, the black with red trim. Southern with a 16-7 lead on the team score. There's the shot. by Clousey, trying to draw the leg in. 45 seconds to go in the third. He doesn't have enough control to get the points. This looks potentially dangerous. I'm kind of, and there's the whistle. And they're going to start him in neutral. The way that leg was starting to bow, I kept waiting for the potentially dangerous stoppage. 30 seconds to go, 11-9. Sorry of Southern with the 2-point lead. Sorry with the shot. He has the right leg. Draws it in. Has Clousey on his back, tries to turn him. Clousey trying to get a leg. He's got the right ankle of Sorry. They're kind of twisted around awkwardly here. 5 seconds to go. No points on that. And 11-9 is the final. A decision. (19-7) in favor of Southern now. And what a fight by Clousey there. Sorry wins the decision. But that was a great match. That might be the best match we've seen today.
Definitely up there.
But we don't know what's going on the other mat. So close.
And Vigilante is back out there for Southern.
Attila Vigilante
versus Marino of West Essex.
Nick Marino of West Essex. Three points on the takedown for Vigilante. Vigilante with a 14-4 major decision at 152.
Vigilante has almost his opponent's elbows touching. And look at that pin position. What a great job by Vigilante there. 54 seconds into the match.
I mean, that was just force. That's just, I'm going to bend you the way I want to bend you.
Exactly, 100%. Don't forget to follow us on social media. Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. X, GardenStateHSW, and Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor or learn more? Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Today's broadcast presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies.
Here we go at 157 pounds. This is Stout for Southern versus Marquise of West Essex.
Upper body struggle right now off of the opening whistle.
Wyatt Stout of Southern, Benjamin Marquise. 3-point takedown there for Wyatt Stout.
Stout has the left leg and the right shoulder, and he's wrapped around as we reach the midway point of the first period at 157 pounds. trying to get to the cradle, trying to swing his body out of the way and expose the shoulders. Let's go a little bit, trying to improve his position. Where he is, he has great control, and he can't do any more with it because he's just blocking away. Body's only going to bend so far. Vigilante just didn't care, and he was just going to bend your body whatever way. Whether it goes that way or not, it's going.
I've never seen a pin like that in my 2 years of commentating wrestling.
Wyatt Stout on the back. Marquise trying to stand up and get out of this. He trails 3-0. Coming up on 5 seconds to go in the first period. Marquise has a base, but there's not really much he can do. And the first period ends. Wyatt Stout a 3-0 lead for Southern. Southern with a 25-7 lead over West Essex here on GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
Marquise will be in an offensive position for the first time this match, really. See if Wyatt Stout can get out of it.
Well, he's powered his way to his feet. He's trying to peel Marquise's arms off his waist. Marquise trying to slide down and turn this into a takedown. Now he's trying to drive forward. They're out of bounds. They'll restart at the center of the mat. Blood stoppage. Local sponsors today include Iron Horse Wrestling, SSD Glass, Frank's Pizza of Wantage, Airport Diner, Estabilt Wrestling Club, 19th Hole, Ginza Sushi, Pro Automotive, and Market Tavern.
Follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. The Harrington Companies, Harrington Recycling Company, Inc., Demolition and Recycling. Harrington & Sons, Hoffman Supply, Home and Garden Center. And we are back to the action now. 3-0 lead for Wyatt Stout of Southern. They lead 25-7 over West Essex.
1 point escape for Stout. Stretches his lead to 4-0. Now Stout to his feet, driving the legs forward, takes Marquise down, gets 3 there, and his lead is 7-0. Keep your legs moving forward, good things happen.
For high point at 157.8, Masani for the Marauders, Tanner Perez.
Big 7-0 lead as we reach the halfway point of this match. They go off the mat, back to the center.
Again, this is the second match today for both of these teams. West Essex fell to Mount Olive 51-23. Southern beat High Point 50-18. Concede the neutral to start the period. Marquise on the board as Stout concedes the neutral. Here we go with the frenetic hand fight and the shot and the 3-point takedown. And a 10-1 lead for Stout. And that's what I was talking about earlier. From the neutral, I think you can do more damage anymore with the 3-point takedown.
Oh, 100%. It's a different ball game from when it was 2. I've seen double the techs I've seen in my whole career in the and I've only done 5 calls this year. So in a year and a half or so of wrestling commentating, I saw less techs than in these last 3 weeks.
Stout has the shoulders exposed, but time is running out on him. Ears is up just as time. 4 back points for Stout and a 14-1 advantage as we enter the third period.
We're in tech territory. Wyatt Stout needs 1 takedown to win this matchup and another 5 points on the board for Southern.
Nice shot by Marquise. who's got the right leg, but now he's got to keep driving forward to do anything with it. Stopped his feet and got back to a base. He has the leg, but he's got to reestablish momentum. Now grabbing the ankle is Wyatt Stout of Southern, and now he's spun himself around. 3 points for the takedown for Stout and the tech fall. 30 seconds into the third period, stretching the Southern lead to 30-7.
Today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage.
Again, we're coming to you from Mount Olive High School in Flanders, New Jersey. The Mount Olive Quads. A little stoppage here as one of the wrestlers has not checked in. We're bringing you right now Southern and West Essex. At the same time, High Point and Mount Olive are wrestling next to us. Southern and Mount Olive will wrestle next on that mat. And we'll bring you on this stream High Point versus West Essex.
That ought to be a fun one.
That should be a good match. 3-point takedown early for Southern. Again, a bit of a lag getting the names there. You had a wrestler not check in, and the check-in, we like to have it next to us. It's kind of behind us and off to the side. We kind of have to chase the names a little bit. Looks like it's Nick Fontana, who we saw earlier for Southern, and Corcoran for West Essex. Fontana with a 7-4 decision at 170 pounds. That was a really good match against High Point. Fontana trying to turn the shoulders of Corcoran now. He's got the leg grapevine. He's got his legs locked around Corcoran's right leg, and he's trying to turn him, is Fontana. He has wrist control. Fontana pulls his legs in back to a base with 40 seconds to go and manages to roll it over, but too far. Fontana has the shoulders exposed now. That's 4 back points for Fontana. Trying again to expose the shoulder.
That's a pin.
And a pin.
A minute and 48 seconds into the match. Nick Fontana make quick work there. Follow us on social media on Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Learn more, you ask. Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
170-pound match up next. Southern with a 36-7 lead over West Essex. John Kovach, Shane Dunn at Matt's side at Mount Olive High School. This dual meet 2 of 3 that we'll bring you. And that's half of the 6 that GardenStateHSWrestling.com will bring you this morning and early afternoon from Mount Olive High School.
Just over the halfway point of our day, it seems.
Another early takedown for Southern. Seems to be the way they operate. Come out, get on the board with a takedown, and then build on that lead. This is Hochstrasser for Southern, who has committed to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, and Kutrazula for West Essex. Hochstrasser shoots, grabs that right leg, continues driving over. Another three-point takedown. 6-1 his lead now. Trying to expose the shoulders. He's just got to finish this move. His coach is yelling at him to lock the hips. Forcing the shoulder, using his shoulder to force his opponent's shoulder down. That buzzer is for the other mat. Disregard that. We're inside 30 seconds. 6-1 to lead. No points out of that. Hochstrasser will wrestle for Army, one of 6 at least committed to wrestling college on this Southern team. First period ends, Hochstrasser with a 6-1 lead. I'm going to be honest with you, that score's a lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Yeah, Hochstrasser didn't come out with the same, and you know, he's dealing with an injury. Like having what I presume is his dominant hand out based off of his stances and such, having an injury, it's never easy, but now we see him coming out a lot more aggressive in this second period.
And this is his second match of the day. Swings his hips, gets behind. Another 3, 9-1 to lead. Trying to get to crossface. He's got the legs controlled by his legs. Now he's got one hand around the waist. Also has the left arm of Kutrazula trying to turn the shoulders. We're a minute into the second period here at 175 pounds. The match on the Mount Olive mat almost came on to ours. Meanwhile here, it's 9-2 in favor of Hochstrasser of Southern.
Seems like he's starting to put it together a little bit more, getting more in his groove for this match.
He's also got a big match coming up against Mount Olive. You got to figure that you're going to see him wrestle there. You know, save a little something for that. Now he's trying to drive through. Another three-point takedown. Gets it to 12-2.
It will be a decision between, I mean, as much decision as it could be, between Hochstrasser and Dodona, both of Southern Regional for that third match. I'd assume they put Hochstrasser out there 3 times, especially against such a tough team like Mount Olive, but especially this one looking like it's going, yeah, all 3 periods. Never know.
You don't know how much that injury, you can see his hand wrapped, it appears to be fingers. That's pure speculation. It has to limit your ability to grab and to really lock a hold in.
And I've been thinking that the whole time. I saw it under his opponent's, like near his waist before, and it just didn't look like he had much of a grip on him.
Well, right here, he cannot peel. Stall warning against Kutrazula. A point there on the neutral for Hochstrasser. But he couldn't peel that arm that was around his midsection off. And it really wasn't locked into anything. I mean, if he could have grabbed a hold of it, I'm certain he could have peeled it and spun.
It just kind of is a testament to how good of a wrestler Hochstrasser is. I mean, without his right hand, he's winning 13-2 in this match. That's very impressive for him.
Yeah, literally wrestling with one hand tied behind his back.
Yeah.
You think about it. Collar and elbow, he shoots. Now he's got the side, starting to turn Kutrazula. 3 for the takedown there, makes the lead 16-2.
Calls injury time.
Calls
His
for an
handguard
injury.
fell off.
16-2. He's a point away from a tech with 1:26 left. No, I'm sorry, 50 seconds left. 1:26 was in injury time. 50 seconds left.
The Harrington Companies, Harrington Recycling Company, Inc., Demolition and Recycling, Harrington Inc. and Sons, Hoffman Supply, Home and Garden Center. Follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, X, GardenStateHSW, and Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site. Wait for the action to continue.
Want to advertise with us?
Do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team page and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Learn more. Look for the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. It looks like we will return to action. 16-2 lead for Hochstrasser over Kutrazula.
They'll start in neutral. 2 points away from a tech is Hochstrasser. This is the best wrestler we've seen in this match.
Oh, 100%. Kutrazula sees what's on the line now. Great dodges right there. Goes for a shot attempt here. And if he gets his hips around, and he does, that is a tech fall for Hochstrasser. 19-3 final for him. Another 5 points on the board for Southern.
2 tech falls in the last 3 matches. 41-7 the team score in favor of Southern as we move.
Man, too bad we're not seeing Mount Olive
180.
Southern.
I know, Don, but you knew Don was going to get that match.
Oh, 100%. And if you're curious, where is Mr. Brower? Mat number 1, a different stream we got going. Sean Walker from Bucknell Wrestling's team and Donald Brower are commentating that one. It is Mount Olive versus High Point right now. A great 3-point takedown there from Massey of West Essex. Foot on bottom for Southern. Foot we saw earlier today. And their only 190-pounder weighed in. Massey wrapping around the top half of Foot. Back points for sure here for Massey. But Foot breaks out of it. 2 back points there is now a 5-0 lead for Massey. Tries to switch sides here.
Foot we saw earlier with a 10-0 decision.
Right now might put himself in deep water if this gets 2 out of hand. 5-0 already with 37 seconds left in the period.
$20 seconds to go in the first period. Massey on the back, looking to turn, but now back to his base is Foot.
Brilliant cross face there before, just right on the jaw. That was perfect.
5 seconds left in the first period. At the end of 1, 5-0. In favor of Massey.
Massey, one of the most impressive wrestlers we've seen for West Essex so far. Dominant start for him. They go off the mat in a hurry.
Foot got up behind him, tried to keep the legs running through it. Took him all the way off the mat. Literally did run him all the way to the concession stand. Foot trying to turn him from behind. Hand on the waist. Now he's got the near elbow. Trying to work the half from the left side. Nice drop and move forward by Massey, but Foot keeps that grip.
See if Massey can break away here. Great trip by Foot.
He tried to, but Foot took him right down.
That was beautiful by Foot there.
Foot swings his hips behind, still has control. Now he's got a chance to turn the shoulders.
Wow, what an attempt there from Massey for a pin. 2-point reversal. 7-0 lead for him now.
I just had myself all confused. I'm scoring the matches. And I kept coming up one match short. I'm like, how? We've got 190, 215, 285. I still have a blank. I forgot that we started at 113.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 more to go after this.
7-0 the score at 190 in favor of Massey of West Essex. And he drives forward, no takedown. They're on the edge. Actually, Foot now getting into the dominant position off of this. May turn this into 3 points for himself. Front bridge, I don't know the last time I saw that, by Massey. And we're out of bounds. We'll get a stoppage. We'll restart in neutral at the center of the mat.
You'll see a front bridge in a lot of other like martial arts and stuff like that, but not as much in wrestling nowadays.
No, I remember it from when I was younger, and I remember it as a stretch in football before they realized it was bad for the neck. But I mean, I don't remember the last time I saw a guy bridge like that. Actually was the right move at the time to counter what Foot was attempting. Foot trails 7-0. Massey fakes a shot. Now he's got the right ankle. Now he's got both ankles. Gets the waist, gets 3. Makes his lead 10. Massey up 10, starts on back. 1 point escape for Foot.
Foot has 30 seconds to make something here.
Coach just told him to cut him, which he did. 11-4.
17 seconds. Can Foot get it done? Rolls over. A great bridge by Massey there.
He's good at that.
It might have been on the thigh of Foot there that he used to bridge off of. It was on his body. I haven't seen that one before. That's the end of the match. Massey from West Essex wins 11-4. And we will head to the 215-pound bout. But before that, I'd like to let you guys know, today's broadcast is presented by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffee, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. I'd also like to give a shout out to our local sponsors, Iron Horse Wrestling, SST Glass, Frank's Pizza Wantage, Airport Diner, Estabilt Wrestling Club, 19th Hole, Ginza Sushi, Pro Automotive, and Market Tavern for providing financial support this season to allow GardenStateHSWrestling.com's broadcast of today's match. 2:15 off to a rockin' start. This is Haraka of West Essex versus Figueroa of Southern. Another new face from Southern. Figueroa from Southern. Apologies. Haraka doing a great job on top so far.
Haraka with a 3-0 lead. He's been in control since the opening whistle. And he's trying to turn Figueroa. Working the side. There's the move he needs. He's got the half from the left side. Lets it go, goes for the crossface. Trying to get back to his base is Figueroa of Southern.
26 seconds to go in this first period. There's the 1-point reversal for Southern's Figueroa.
3-1 the score in favor of Haraka.
He got a little bit pumped up on that, getting up there, I could tell. He was definitely excited to get up. Wow.
Three to one after one. We're at 215 pounds.
And Figueroa will start on bottom. Not the spot he wanted to start in, I imagine.
No, they opted for that. They deferred and it chose that. Kind of surprised me because he spent so much time there in the first period. Grabbing the ankle and driving forward is Haraka. Now he has the half from the right side. Trying to drive. He drives him over. He's got the shoulders exposed. Haraka on top and gets the pin. Haraka of West Essex with the pin. 32 seconds in to the second period. 41-16 now, the margin in favor of Southern.
The Harrington Companies, Harrington Recycling Company, Inc., Demolition and Recycling. Harrington, Inc. and Sons, Hoffman Supply, Home and Garden Center. Don't forget to follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, X, GardenStateHSW, and Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling. And don't forget to like and subscribe our YouTube. GardenStateHSWrestling.com, your teams, your counties, your site.
The next to last, go ahead.
Now here we go at 285 pounds, our heavyweight matchup today for Southern versus West Essex.
The next to last match will wrap up with 106, and then we got one more for you. We'll bring you West Essex and High Point. Southern's going to move over to the other mat where Don Brower will bring you Mount Olive versus Southern. 3-point takedown for Fiore of West Essex to open scoring.
And I've seen Fiore of West Essex, and this guy is a train coming at you. This guy moves like a 170-pound guy at heavyweight. It doesn't make sense. He's very mobile. Almost took out our camera there.
That would have been bad.
Would have made for a good call though.
Good shot. You get it. It's a good shot. You get it once. You're never getting it again. Fiore in control from the referee's position, holds the back, drives forward. Looking to get some sort of a base is Velez of Southern. Southern again in the black with the gold band down the side. West Essex the black with the red. We've got a stoppage, a 1 point penalty for locked hands awarded to Velez of Southern. He will still stay down. 47 seconds to go in his first period.
And remember, Southern started counts for the first matchup. So this is also Velez's first heavyweight matchup. Not sure if it's Fiore's or not. Oh, wow, great job. Nearly there for Fiore.
Fiore has body control, has upper body control, and is just holding on to it.
Keep your head up!
Great takedown there from Fiore. Used all Velez's momentum there to trip him.
That's smart wrestling. He's got 3 seconds to do something here and does it. Gets the pin with 1 minute, or excuse me, 1.46 seconds. So that comes with 1:59 into the period.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram, GardenStateHSWrestling, GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. And last but not least, we will end off at 106 pounds. Southern 41 points at the moment. West Essex 22. West Essex definitely put up a better fight than expected, I believe. 22 points on the board.
They scored 23 against Mount Olive, a 51-23 loss to start the day. Southern will now win their second straight. Mount Olive well on the way to a victory over High Point. And you'll get 2-0 Mount Olive versus 2-0 Southern on the other mat when the third matches begin in this quad. And it's Nigro from West Essex and the freshman Cade Collins for Southern. A freshman who's already making his presence felt.
And Southern, with the program they have, I'm not sure of all of it. Wow, whoa, this might be a pin here for Collins. Quick.
Shoulders exposed. Wrenching them free is Nigro, but continuing to drive forward is Collins. He's got to put some weight on the right shoulder of Nigro. 35 seconds remaining in the first period. Nigro trying to squirm out of this, but totally in control on top is Collins. 20 seconds to go, a 9-2 lead in favor of Cade Collins. And again, Collins was 8th in the Powerade Invitational at Canon McMillan High School in Canonsburg, Pennsylvania, December 27th and 28th. 12/100ths of a second remaining. They're just going to run that out. 13-3, Collins with the lead after one. in favor of Southern.
Collins, for a freshman, is putting on quite a performance. Already an illustrious career and still only in 9th grade. That's absolutely absurd.
1 point escape there. He's up 14 now. 17-3 the margin.
17-3 lead for Collins, about to be a tech. I mean, this kid hasn't even taken a driver's ed course yet, and he's dominating the wrestling scene in New Jersey, one of the hardest states to wrestle in.
Hasn't broken a sweat yet today either, to be honest with you.
This is quite impressive for Cade Collins. This will definitely bring the tech ahead.
He won by tech against High Point to open things up.
And it's looking like he's about to win by tech one more time.
If he doesn't get to tech, he's going to get the pin. There's the tech. 4 back points, finishes it off. 5-point victory makes the final score 46-22.
The Harrington Companies. Harrington Recycling Company, Inc., Demolition and Recycling. W.J. Harrington, Inc. and Sons. Hoffman Supply, Home and Garden Center. And Southern Regional 46, West Essex 22. And we only got one more left, and now there's a heavyweight bout going on between Mount Olive and High Point. But 44-8 at the moment, Mount Olive leads. So we're not going to see. But on mat number 1, Donald Brower and Sean Walker, after this match wraps up and the next 106 match wraps up, they will be seeing it's Southern versus Mount Olive. And on this mat, me and John Kovach, we will be watching West Essex versus High Point. Look at me go.
Looking forward to that. So we're going to wrap things up from here for Mount Olive. We're going to be back shortly with match 3. That's going to do it for now. For Shane Dunn, Zach Komar,